Elara sat near the end of the long oak table, her sketchbook open but forgotten, eyes fixed on the rows of books that lined the far wall. She told herself she was waiting for inspiration, but really, she was waiting for him. When he finally entered, his usual calm presence softened by the faint weariness of the day, she felt that familiar stir, the warmth that always settled in her chest when he smiled at her. Yet today, something in his gaze lingered longer, quieter, as if he had noticed the way she was changing, the way she had begun to see him not as a teacher, but as someone she was drawn to in ways that frightened her. He began the lesson as always, voice steady, words deliberate, explaining the meanings behind a passage from an old novel, about longing, about choices, about the ache of timing. Elara listened, but her mind filled with questions that had nothing to do with the book. And for a fleeting moment, she imagined what it would feel like to truly know him, not as a student knows a mentor, but as one soul recognizes another. The thought made her heart stumble. She quickly looked away, embarrassed by her own imagination. But Alaric's voice softened, as if he somehow understood. Some stories, he said quietly, are not meant to be understood, only felt. The room fell silent. The sound of the clock ticking filled the space between them, each second stretching into something tender and fragile. After class, most of the others left, their laughter fading down the hallway. Elara stayed, pretending to collect her things, her hands trembling just slightly. He was standing by the window now, watching the fading light spill across the courtyard. When he spoke again, his tone carried a weight that made her heart ache. "You have a gift," he said, not turning to face her. "You see meaning where others only see words." Elara wanted to thank him, to tell him that it was his voice that made her see those meanings, but her throat tightened, and all she managed was a soft nod. The silence between them was not awkward, it was charged with something unspoken, something that neither of them dared name. Finally, he turned, and their eyes met. In that brief moment, everything felt suspended, the world, the sound, even the light. He smiled gently, the kind of smile that carried both kindness and distance.